Welcome to our deep dive into the spiritual meaning of dreams. We've gotten some really fascinating stuff from you guys on this, and it seems like you're ready to figure out what your dreams might be trying to tell you.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm so excited to get into it with you. What's so cool about dreams is they give us this kind of window into our subconscious, a
Yeah.
place we don't really get to go to when we're awake.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that before. Dreams as a window to the subconscious. But I'm not sure I totally get it. What does that even mean? It's like our brain is sending us secret messages while we're asleep.
You could think of it that way. Imagine it like this. During the day, your conscious mind is just dealing with the outside world, right? Everything you see and hear, the people you talk to, decisions you make. But under all that, your subconscious is working hard too, dealing with emotions and memories, even stuff you're trying not to think about.
So it's like our brain is pulling double duty even when we're supposed to be getting some rest.
Exactly. And dreams are sort of like the outcome of all that subconscious processing. It's our mind trying to figure things out to work through problems or conflicts on the inside while we sleep.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But okay, if dreams are like these messages, how do we even start to understand them? They can be so weird and random.
You're right. Dream language can seem pretty strange at first, but just like learning any new language, you got to look for patterns. And one of the most common ways our subconscious talks to us is through symbols.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this whole symbol thing in dreams.
Well, let's take flying dreams, for example. Have you ever had one of those where you're just soaring through the air totally free?
Oh yeah, all the time. I had one last week where I was flying over these amazing mountains. I woke up feeling like I could do anything.
There you go. That feeling you described, feeling powerful, that's a perfect example of how symbolism works in dreams. Flying often represents wanting to be free, to break free from limitations.
Mhm.
So when you dream about flying, it could mean that your subconscious is craving more freedom, maybe more independence when you're awake.
Wow, I never thought about it that way. So it's not just random, it actually means something.
Exactly. And what it means can be really personal, but there are some common themes that pop up a lot. For example, water in dreams is often about our emotions. Think about how water feels. It can be peaceful and calm, or it can be rough and overwhelming.
So if I'm dreaming about being caught in some crazy ocean current, that's probably not a good sign.
It might mean that you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe emotionally drained in your day-to-day life. On the other hand, a dream about swimming in a crystal clear lake could be about feeling peaceful and clear on the inside.
This is so interesting. It's like our dreams are giving us these little clues about what's going on inside, even if we don't realize it.
Precisely. And the more we pay attention to these symbols, the better we get at understanding the language of our subconscious.
So how do we actually get better at understanding these symbols and messages? Like it feels like there's so much there.
Well, that's where dream journaling comes in. It's honestly one of the best ways we can tap into what our subconscious is trying to tell us.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of dream journaling, but I gotta be honest, I'm not very good at it. I usually forget my dreams almost as soon as I wake up.
Oh, I totally get it. It happens to everyone. But here's the thing. The more you try to remember your dreams, even if it's just for a few minutes every morning, the better you'll get at it. It's like exercising a muscle.
Yeah.
The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
Okay, so what's the best way to do it? Should I just keep like a notebook and pen by my bed?
Exactly. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just keep a notebook and pen on your nightstand so you can reach it right when you wake up. And here's a tip. Before you even open your eyes, just lie still for a minute and see if you can remember any bits and pieces of your dream.
Really? So don't even move, just try to grab onto those fading images.
Yeah. Those first few seconds after waking up are super important because that's when the dream is like right there on the surface. Just jot down anything you remember, even if it doesn't make sense yet.
Okay, and what about those dreams that are so vivid? Like I can practically remember the whole thing. Those usually stick with me all day.
Those are the best. For those vivid dreams, try to write down as much as you can. The setting, the people, the way you felt. And don't just focus on what happened. Pay attention to the whole mood of the dream. Was it happy and fun or kind of scary and dark?
So it's like painting a picture, but with words. Trying to get the whole experience down on paper.
Yes, exactly. And over time, as you write more and more in your dream journal, you'll start to see patterns and themes. Maybe you'll notice that you have more flying dreams when things are changing a lot in your life.
Or maybe all those dreams about showing up to work naked mean I need a new job.
Maybe. But seriously, that's the cool thing about all of this. It's like you can finally start a conversation with your subconscious. It's like uncovering the secret language that tells you about your deepest fears and desires and what really motivates you.
It's almost like having your own personal therapist, but they speak in riddles and metaphors.
And those riddles and metaphors can be so profound. Don't underestimate how much wisdom your subconscious has. It knows things that your conscious mind doesn't even realize.
So it's not just about figuring out random images, it's about tapping into this whole deeper level of knowledge and insight.
Exactly. And here's something even more interesting. This connection between our dreams and our subconscious isn't just about personal growth. It's also a source of amazing creativity.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Mm.
Tell me more about dreams and creativity.
Well, have you ever noticed how sometimes your best ideas just pop into your head out of nowhere? Like when you're taking a walk or in the shower?
All the time. It's like those aha moments when you suddenly figure something out.
Exactly. And those moments are often our subconscious mind breaking through to our conscious awareness. Dreams are just a bigger version of the same thing.
So you're saying our dreams aren't just random, they're actually linked to our creative potential.
Totally. A lot of artists, writers, and musicians throughout history have said that their dreams inspired some of their best work.
Really? Like who?
Well, there's that famous story about Paul McCartney waking up with the melody for Yesterday already in his head.
No way. Are you serious? That's wild.
It's true. He called it scrambled eggs at first because he couldn't believe he'd written something so beautiful in his sleep.
That's incredible. So our dreams aren't just these fleeting things. They can actually have a real impact on our waking life.
Precisely. And the more we can blur the lines between our conscious and subconscious minds, the more open we become to those insights, those aha moments, those bits of wisdom that can really change our lives.
Okay, so we've talked about dream symbolism and journaling and how it all connects to creativity. Is there anything else we can do to enhance this whole dream connection? It feels like we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh, there definitely is. And one of the most fascinating things you can try is lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming. What, you mean like knowing you're dreaming while you're actually having the dream?
Exactly. It's like suddenly becoming conscious inside the dream world.
Okay, that sounds both amazing and kind of freaky at the same time.
It's definitely a trip. But if you practice, anyone can learn to do it.
So how do you even know you're dreaming while it's happening? Does it just like hit you at some point?
It can happen in different ways. Sometimes it starts with noticing little things in the dream that don't make sense. Like maybe you're at your parents' house, but the furniture's totally different. Or you see someone you know isn't around anymore.
So it's like those, wait a minute, moments that usually wake you up, but instead of waking up, you just become like more aware.
Exactly. The more you practice lucid dreaming, the easier it gets to catch those weird little details and kind of snap into that conscious state.
Okay, so let's say you do realize you're dreaming. What then? What do you actually do?
That's when it gets really interesting. Imagine a world where you can fly or talk to animals or even walk through walls. Lucid dreaming lets you do all of that. You can literally create anything and just explore.
Whoa, that's like being inside one of those VR games, but it's all coming from your own head. So what are some of the advantages of being able to control your dreams like that?
Well, for one thing, it can be really empowering. A lot of people use lucid dreaming to face their fears without actually being in danger. Like if you're scared of public speaking, you can practice giving a speech to a huge crowd in your dream, and it doesn't matter if you mess up.
Oh, that's so smart. It's like exposure therapy, but without all the anxiety.
Right. And since it's your dream world, you can even change things up as you go. If you start getting too scared, you just remind yourself it's not real, and suddenly everything's different.
That's wild. So you're not just facing those fears, you're actually changing how you react to them.
Yeah.
Are there other ways people use lucid dreaming to work on themselves?
Absolutely. People use it to get over creative ruts or work through tough emotions. Imagine having a real conversation with a part of yourself or with someone you're having issues with. It can really open your eyes.
It's like getting advice straight from your intuition or something.
Exactly. Lucid dreaming helps us tap into those deeper parts of ourselves that we don't always hear. And the things we learn in those dreams can be really wise and even life-changing.
This whole conversation has been mind-blowing. It's like we have this amazing gift, this ability to unlock all this potential in our subconscious, but nobody ever teaches us how to use it.
I know, right? And the more we explore stuff like dream journaling and lucid dreaming, the more we realize that our dreams aren't just random, they're actually a doorway to this whole other meaningful world inside ourselves.
It's like we have this whole other reality to discover, and it's right there in our own minds.
And who knows what amazing things we'll find when we start to explore it.
Gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, sweet dreams. Thanks so much for diving into this with us. I have a feeling a lot of our listeners are going to be paying extra attention to their dreams tonight.
I hope so. And remember, even if you don't remember every detail or become a lucid dreaming pro right away, just paying attention to what your dreams are telling you can be super helpful and really change your life.
That's something to sleep on. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll catch you in our next deep dive. Sweet dreams.